Hey friends, this is Jason. I'm the Chief Counsel for Equal Citizens, and what that means is that I'm working hard each and every day to try and reform the Electoral College so that every vote counts equally, no matter where it's cast. As part of our campaign, as many of you know, we filed 4 different lawsuits in 4 different states, asking those states to toss out their unfair and unconstitutional winner-take-all system in the Electoral College. Now, Texas was the first of those 4 states to ask the federal court to dismiss our entire lawsuit. So we just recently filed our opposition brief to that request that explains to the court in detail why our case really has merit. You can read our entire opposition online, but here's the punchline. We tell the court that Texas can't constitutionally have it both ways. On the one hand, Texas tries to tell citizens that they're voting for president and all their votes are going to count equally. But on the other hand, as we know, when it comes time to count the votes for the Electoral College, they throw out all the votes for every candidate but one and use the winner-take-all system. As we point out, that's unconstitutional because of the one person, one vote component of the Equal Protection Clause in the 14th Amendment. That's our key. Now, Texas makes much of the fact that they've used winner-take-all for a really long time, since they were admitted to the Union in the early 19th century, in fact. But as we point out in our opposition, that's not nearly as relevant as the state thinks it is, because here's the key. That Equal Protection Clause of the 14th Amendment that I just mentioned, well, it wasn't added to the Constitution until after Texas became a state and 80 years after the Constitution was originally written. And then the one-person, one-vote rule wasn't announced by the U.S. Supreme Court until the 1960s. So all that history, it's kind of irrelevant under our view. The only question is, can Texas continue throwing away millions of votes? And the answer is no. So, while we await word from the federal court in that case, we're now dealing with a similar request to dismiss in California. We've got a really great legal team working together on this, and I'm excited to file our opposition there in a few weeks. It's going to be even better than the one we filed in Texas. Okay, so throughout all this, as you know, we're working hard toward one and only one goal: reforming an unfair, unequal system. So tell your friends, tell your neighbors, tell your coworkers that these cases are happening. We're going to take them as far as they can possibly go, up to and including the U.S. Supreme Court. And we're really optimistic that we can make some big changes a lot sooner than most people think. I'm really looking forward to talking with you again as these cases move along.